Garfield. Thoughts on Garfield, right? The movie. I just watched it, and it's okay, I guess. They're gonna make a sequel. It's gonna have a sequel because in the end post-credit scenes, it's a comic strip, and Garfield, he says, "Oh, you're still here? You're watching this? I don't know. You're waiting for." And then it has a pause, like a dramatic pause, and then it shows the clip, the third panel in the column, and he's like, "Oh, for the sequel." So there's gonna be another Garfield. And the bulls. There's two bull characters, and I guess they're cows. Actually, they're not bulls. They're cows. They're cattle, and he like, I don't know if he's a recurring character in the comic books because Garfield's like a comic book, I believe, or whatever, like in the newspaper. But I guess that's gonna be a cool thing to see. They're gonna be in the next film. And then what else do we have? We have my God, what else is in Garfield? Odie doesn't talk, but I don't think he ever talked. Like, they had a Garfield cartoon. I don't think he talked in the cartoon. Ben, in this one, he doesn't talk. He just makes noises. But of course, he understands what he's saying and stuff. And then he like meets his dad, and you can see the twist coming because it's like, oh, his dad didn't abandon him. His dad maybe got caught up. He got kidnapped, or he got beat up, or something happened. But all it was is what he was waiting for. There was a dude talking on the phone because he was gonna get his son some food. So he just had to wait until he was done talking, and he goes into the restaurant so then he grabs like this little fish, and he takes the lid from the trash can as a plate to present it to its son. But then he sees that he's eating pizza and he's having a good time in the restaurant, and then John takes him home. You're right, as Garfield says in the beginning of the movie, "Oh, that's how I adopted John." And but he does run the house because the house got like all his stuff in it. He eats all the food. Like, he moves John's chair, and he puts himself on, what is it? He puts his chair in the way. He changes the channel, what he likes to see. Okay, so the finishing of Garfield. Because the video, I was recording it in the theater because like, well, maybe the previews don't come on, and they just came on full volume, loud. But yeah, so this film, it's just okay. It's all right. It's didn't care for it much while I was watching it. Wasn't expecting, I guess, maybe to. I guess I was like, well, maybe it should probably be good. It'd probably be good. It's okay, just okay. The Garfield movie. I like when the opening montage when Garfield has the phone in his hand. And it's like John's phone, right? He's ordering the pizza and shit. Open the app, order this. You see the password going, and then he puts in his back pocket. He does his action to put in his back pocket, but we know he doesn't have a back pocket. He doesn't wear pants. His dad, Ollie, is like pressuring him. Like I don't know. Like he's like, oh, his dad, like he's walking away. Like I don't know, because it was kind of awkward when they said goodbye. It was kind of like an awkward goodbye, or he gives him a fist bump. He's like, oh, don't go into the pine cone, remember, huh? And he walks away. I would have just left it at that. What the fuck? I don't like. Listen, I guess he'll come by around every so often. I see him, blah blah blah, and but no, Ollie's like, come on, go find him, and then he runs down the street. But in the earlier scene, we saw that unless he runs down and then he comes back up, because we know that the tree that his dad supposedly that he would sit on and like basically stalk him, right? It's like fucking, how do you call it? The tree is, what was I thinking in my head? Oh my God, what was I thinking in my head? The tree is like directly across from John's house. So that was kind of funny, right? What else with this film? The lady was funny, Marchie, whatever the fuck her name was. Yeah, she takes the cat. Basically, they put the blame on... Oh, they put the blame with something. It was some sort of... It was like the scheme they did, but they blamed it like, oh, it was all her idea. And then the other two dogs are theirs. Like, maybe they're like security guards at Lactose Farms now or whatever. It's kind of funny that it's called Lactose Farms too, the farms. Or like it's kind of like, it reminds me of Southern Hill Farms in real life, right, where I live. And... because it's a farm turned, like, they make a little tourist attraction. They have mascots and petty zoo, and you can buy food and stuff. And so, but it's also like a corporation. Like they got this mass production line at the farm or something. It's and she's the head. Well, actually, she's the head security because she does call backup. Like she calls for security. The security calling for security, and we see like these workers, all these other people show up and stuff. Sorry about that cough. I hope it didn't get too loud on the recording here. But yeah, Garfield. It's an alright movie. It's an okay movie. I like when Garfield he tells Ollie to do the quick math, and then he's like, oh, we thought it at the same time. Me and you, we're good like that. We're good with the math like that, right? Garfield's got like this way about him. Like that dad was telling him when they got to jump on the train. He's like, oh yeah, you got to stand there. You got to jump in the right time. He's telling him about it, and then Garfield's telling, oh, like he's an expert. Like, oh, I already knew that I had to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I knew I had to do this. I had to do that. And like Garfield, lay off, buddy. Garfield, lay off, buddy. All right, you don't gotta be perfect at everything you do. You know what I mean? It's yeah, it's a funny movie. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's just okay. I don't know if I'll see the like Garfield 2, because apparently there's gonna be a sequel for Garfield. I don't know if I'm gonna see this. Probably not gonna see this. Yeah. So Dot's review, 2 stars, 3 stars. Thank you for watching.